Alright, so look, today I'm going to be showing y'all how frequencies and vibrations are in the Bible, alright? And everything has to do with emotions. Emotions are empowerment. So check it. Matthew 8:26 says, "But he said to them, why are you fearful, O you of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. Who can this?" And it says, "So the men marveled, saying, who can this be that even the winds and the sea obey him?" All right. So when it says, why are you fearful? See, fear is tied to a vibration, right? Because fear is an emotion. So look on my chart, fear, 100. That's 100 hertz frequency. That's resonant hertz frequency. That's how you feel. Fear is tied to anxiety, dread, over control, hiding. So when fear being tied to anxiety, that means that you are seeking a coping mechanism. Next comes coping mechanism. So how do you cope with the anxiety, right? So most of the time we dwell on the negativity. You see what I'm saying? So when we dwell on the negative, we are actually attracting that which we are. We emit the vibration of fear, dwelling on negativity. So we emit that vibration and we attract that which we are vibrationally. All right, so next it says, "Oh, you of little faith." That means you have no faith. Now look, see, faith is tied to high vibrational states: courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy. Why is this? Because faith equals belief plus understanding. It's belief versus doubt. That's a duality. Understanding versus confusion. And all of these operate within the spectrum of emotions. You get what I'm saying? So when you have strong belief, that means because your belief is based on the truth. So you have strong conviction in that belief, right? So when you have good understanding, that means that your mind is tied to clarity. You have an understanding of that truth and why, and you have clarity. You're not in a cloudy state. So you have good understanding of the concept. So belief plus understanding equals faith, right? So when you have little faith, you have little belief, little understanding. So you are dwelling on that negativity with that coping mechanism. So we have to overcome that coping mechanism with positive reinforcements. So how do we get a positive reinforcement? So then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea. He rebuked it. He returned the sender. He released it with love, with faith. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it's gone. It's already done. So now he emit the vibration of, I rebuked it. It's not going to affect me. A great calm. Calm is tied to peace frequency. That's a 600 hertz frequency. So because he was able to emit that vibration of peace, be still, you know what I'm saying? What happened? The winds be still. You get what I'm saying? And he say, focus. The positive reinforcement was that I believe that if I say that it's not going to affect me, it's not going to affect me. And my Father in heaven is going to protect me. Divine protection. You get what I'm saying? With love. So it's love versus fear. Love is taught to being present in positivity and light, truth. You get what I'm saying? So love versus fear. Fear and anxiety. You get what I'm saying? So my positive reinforcement is I'm going to stay focused on love in this present moment. That if I stay positive, that it's not going to affect me, then it's not going to affect me because I have faith in I have belief and understanding in the concept of exactly how to think, exactly how to feel, and exactly how to be. And it's going to manifest because I emit that vibration. You get what I'm saying? So that's that one right there. Matthew 8:26. So then it says, so the men marvel, saying, who can this be that even the winds and the sea obey him? Who can this be that even the winds and the sea obey him? Yo, you controlling the weather at this point. You get what I'm saying? Through your Christ consciousness. That's who Jesus Christ is. So your Christ, your pineal gland, third eye, you know what I'm saying? Level of awareness of what the truth, which is tied to enlightenment. Light means truth, you get what I'm saying? So because you are aware of this truth, you know exactly how to think, exactly how to speak, exactly how to move, exactly how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Through that level of awareness that this is how you're supposed to feel, this is how you're supposed to be, this is how your understanding and belief in your faith is supposed to be. Now you can stay in alignment with that truth, and that's the vibrational frequency that you are emitting from you, and what you put out is what you get back. I'll show you.